Hello, happy Wednesday. Hope you are having a great Wednesday so far. Feel like I'm a little bit more well rested and kind of getting back into the groove of things. If you get my weekly newsletter, you saw how I was kind of having a slow start to the new year, but I feel like this year, after some good sleep, I'm now ready to go. I've got all my goals written down, ready to take action. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to share with you tonight how I am planning my meals for this week. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually following 80-Day Obsession Time Nutrition. I am not doing 80-Day Obsession, the program. I'm actually doing Job 1. I have done 80-Day Obsession a couple of times, but right now I'm doing Job 1 and really enjoying that program. But I wanted to go back to the 80-Day Obsession Time Nutrition because it's a bit stricter. And so I'm trying to kind of tighten things up before we have a vacation coming up in March. And so I want to kind of be ready for that. And I know before the 80-Day Obsession Time Nutrition has really helped. So that's why I'm following that. And in order to do that, I'm actually going into my archives. So yes, you can see my screen. So if you go to the What's Working Here page, if you click on meal plans, it'll open up a drop-down menu of all the different meal plans I've done. So I actually went to 80-Day Obsession, and then I popped open, I guess I can take you through the process. I popped open the meal plans, and so I'm going from the very beginning of the meal plan. So I went to page 7. This is my third week of planning with the 80-Day Obsession meal plans. So I went to the third post, I guess one of the oldest posts. I think it wants to take us there. But you can see there's tons of meal plans to choose from. So yeah, so I went to, I did this one the first week, this one last week, and then I clicked on this one for this week, and then I just downloaded it. So it'll give you the template. So this is the one that popped up that I download. I am meal plan B, and this was for when I did 80-Day Obsession, I did morning workouts. So you can see the time blocks are, actually I did not do morning workouts. I did afternoon workouts. So I did it kind of during my lunch break. So you can see that this is built around that. Now I'm actually doing my workouts in the morning. So now I have my meal plan built around that. You can kind of see, I don't have it as nailed down with the times and things like that, but you can kind of see it's built around that. So following that, you can find meal plan templates in the What's Working Here resource library. Let's see if I can pop that up. If you go back to What's Working Here and the resource library, you can go in there and you can find meal plan templates, everything from plan A through plan F. You can find it for regular, just regular portion fix. And then you can also find the meal plans for time nutrition, morning workout blocks, afternoon workout blocks, and evening workout blocks. So if you scroll under food, there's lots of different resources in there. So the foundational fix, that's just going to be your regular portion fix. There's carb cycling, and if you scroll down to the 80-Day Obsession, this is going to be your time nutrition. So and you can do time nutrition even if you're not doing 80-Day Obsession. It is a portion fixed path, and it is the one that I am choosing to follow right now. So that is how you can find the meal plan template. And so that's how I start my meal planning. I pop open my meal plan template, and making sure that you can see everything. Okay, so I pop open my meal plan template, and then I fill in the dates for the week and anything we have going on. So I'm sure most people have off holiday on Monday for school, and my son starts back soccer practice next week, which I know he's really excited about. And then those dates go in there, and then Thursday I'm actually going into the office, so I made sure to make note of that, so I know that probably go out to eat, and then I kind of changed up my morning snack so it would be easier to eat on the way into the office. So get all the dates put in, activities, so that you can plan ahead and know what you have time to cook. Second thing I do, and then I start with my meals. So meal 1, it's always the same. It's my Shakeology, and sometimes I'll change it up. Sometimes I might have it as my first meal. Sometimes I might switch it out with my meal 2. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. I kind of got into a routine of doing my meal 2 first and then having my meal 1. So you can kind of see what works for you. So I start with meal 1, it's Shakeology, so I just fill that in for the whole week. And then meal 2, I picked 2 of those. It's kind of like a breakfast, call it second breakfast. So I picked 2 of those for the week and alternate them. So I went from my other one. Okay, and this is another comment I was going to make. So it's all the banana apple muffins. The first time I made the banana apple muffins, I was like, oh, these are good. I like them. The second time I made the banana apple muffins, I was like, they're okay. The third time, I'm like, I don't really like these as much. Don't feel like you have to keep making food just because you think it's healthy. That's kind of how my cheesy steak skillet went. Last time I tried to make that, I burnt the rice last time, and we didn't like it, and so I don't know why I made it again. So if you know you don't like something, don't keep making it just because you think, oh, well, it's healthy, so I should eat it. Make something that you're going to actually look forward to eating and that you're going to want to eat. So that is my tip there. So I decided against those, which they're really easy to make. It's a weird texture issue for me. When I think of a muffin, I like some flour. If you like gluten-free muffins, you will like that. So it has no flour. Well, it might have some almond flour. It has almond flour. So that's why it's a little bit different. So I picked 2 of those for the week. And then once I got down to, I'll go ahead and show you on Thursday when I'm going into the office, I just changed the eggs and toast into spinach egg wrap. So kind of the same idea, just putting it into a wrap instead of on toast. And then the second thing I picked was the cauliflower fried rice because I didn't end up making it this week. That was on this week's menu. So I'm carrying that over for next week's menu. And again, another thing, if you fail to make something one week, it's not a failure. Means you're already prepared for next week. I already have everything I need for next week. So think of it in a positive way. And then lunches are usually leftovers or sometimes, I usually leave it open for a salad or sandwich. And then it's usually leftovers during the week. And then meal 4, the same thing as meal 2. I pick 2 of those for the week and alternate them. So which were the ones? So this is different because usually the breakfast ones were a little bit different. So that was that muffins. And I said I didn't want that. So I actually I was like, well, I got to think of some other green, purple, blue. So I went to my meal plan cards. I do actually use these. I find them very handy. So I was like, let me go in and let me see what I can find for another green, purple, blue. And then I came across the caprese salad and apples. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. I will make that. So you can also get the meal plan cards on the What's Working Here website too. If you scroll on the side, you should be able to find them. And so I picked that one, and then the thing that was on here from the top was the carrots, hummus, and grapes. So I put that on the menu too. And then I also, at the end of the week, we were actually going out of town, and so I changed out, I just kind of doubled up instead of the caprese salad, because that's not going to travel as well. I went ahead and just put the carrots, hummus, and grapes. And my son had actually asked, he's like, is there going to be a refrigerator in the hotel? I was like, I don't know. And he's like, I want to be able to bring some yogurt with me. And so he's really in a big health kick, being able to be healthy so that he can be a good athlete, which I like. But we're making sure that he knows, like, don't focus on it too much. Like, it's good to want to be healthy, but also don't get too like neurotic about it. So we'll probably pack a little cooler with some snacks and things like that. All right, so now we are like pretty much done. We've done meal 1, 2, 3 will get filled in, and we've done meal 4. So now all we have left is our dinners. So I went ahead and kind of picked from what was last time, shrimp and sausage gumbo with brown rice. That is a good recipe. I enjoy that one, so I put that on the menu. And then that becomes lunch the next day. The pressure cooker Mongolian beef, I like that a lot too, and so does my family. That's my son and my husband like that recipe a lot as well. So we put that on the menu, and then that drops down for lunch the next day. And then the thing that I had on the menu from last time was taco lettuce wraps with black beans, but I'm just going to go ahead and make it tacos. And so I'll do like with the corn taco shells. And then olives for the orange container. And then usually the next day I make a taco salad as the as my leftovers. And then one recipe that's on here. So the next thing that I saw that was on the menu from last time was coconut chicken with green beans and pasta. And I believe I had just gotten like an air fryer and was trying it out. That was an okay recipe. We didn't love it, so I'm not going to put it on the menu this time. So I was trying to think of another chicken recipe. And I remembered this golden chicken with noodles. It is probably not a Fix approved recipe. It's from Campbell's. It uses cream of chicken soup. But you know what? It's got chicken. I'm going to use whole wheat noodles, and then it's got carrots. So we're gonna go with it and be okay with it. Sometimes you don't have to be totally perfect and dialed in with everything. You can kind of feel your way around, and this is something I know my family will eat, and it sounds good to me. So, and then I'll eat out because I'll be in the office, and then Thursday is leftover night. So I always like to plan a night during the week for leftovers, because we do end up with leftovers. Sometimes if we don't have enough leftovers, then it just becomes like a breakfast for dinner type night, or like a sandwich or something like that. Like I said, we usually have salad or sandwich stuff on hand, and then we will be eating out while we are out of town. I will probably I might bring our shake. I might bring some shake packets with us, just depending on kind of what they have available for breakfast, and some bananas probably, and then I think my son wanted to bring grapes and stuff like that, and then bring some healthy snacks as well. But then the rest of the time we'll be eating out. But that is what I have planned for next week and how I do my meal planning. If you have questions, I am always happy to help you out, and hope you have a great